How many relationships are you in?
Like
Yeah.
2.
You broke up with me on my birthday.
She's just
Bro.
44 years old?
Yeah.
That means I can't make babies with her. Oh, man. Welcome
Tuesday?
back to Feeling Like. Today, we have some topics we want to talk about. So what do we feel like starting out with?
Okay. Let's just play a little warm-up game. Okay.
Okay.
So I've been seeing people on TikTok do this thing, right? Where they say like if she's a 10 but she X, then how much would she be after that? So I want to play a little bit of that with you guys, right? So first, I want to say she's a 10, but she has fake eyelashes on all the time.
Not a 10 anymore.
Give me a
don't know.
number.
Like a 5. I mean, like a 4.
Okay.
Fake eyelashes?
Yeah.
Maybe 8.
Okay. Then
Damn.
8 for you, a 4 for you. Can you explain why you're a 4?
I just don't dig the fake eyelashes. I just don't find it attractive.
Okay, fair
At
enough.
all? Wait, it depends on the size of the eyelashes.
The size of the
The
eyelashes.
size.
What size is not attractive to you then?
Say this is normal would be like, what is a normal size?
I don't think there is a normal size.
Well, I mean, I like the Korean. I guess the way Korean wear theirs, it's not too long, and not too like butterfly-y. But if you're someone who you can barely see your eyes through the lashes, you have to go through a bunch of vines to see your actual pupils. Then that's a turn off for me. So that'd be a 1.
Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'll bring it down to a 6 probably. But I think generally sometimes it makes girls look pretty. General girls, just the normal size lashes though.
Okay.
The shorter one.
Okay, let's do another one.
Yep.
So she's a 10, but she plays video games all day all night.
20.
Mm. 20.
Wait, all day?
What do you
just
mean?
all
As in
night?
as in like all day, and like say like wakes up she plays games, at nighttime she plays games, on weekends she plays games.
Does she make money?
Does she make money off playing games?
Yeah.
No, it's a hobby.
Oh, if it's just a hobby, no, that's a 1.
Yeah, if it's like every day when she wakes up to the end of the day, yeah, that's the 1 as well. Like,
Fucking
what are you
loser.
doing?
Why are you describing a loser to me?
Okay, let's do another one. Let's do a last one before we jump into our topics today. She's a 10, but she's taller than you.
Or 10.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe a 9.
She's still a 10.
Okay.
I would date a taller girl.
I don't mind.
I like hanging.
Okay. Actual last one.
Okay,
Yeah.
go on.
She's a 10, but she's 20 years older than you.
20 years older.
How old am I?
24.
24, so should be
30. Wait.
44.
44.
Damn.
Oh, that's too late.
Yes.
Way too late.
I don't know.
Give a number.
Damn.
Yeah. I think my mic's quite.
I'm gonna say 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Damn. It's still quite pretty high.
I mean,
Oh yeah, I have to give
it
a
could
rating.
still
here.
work out.
Depends how beautiful she is inside, and probably outside. To be honest, but
I said she's a 10.
Oh, she's a 10.
But she's 20 years older than you, meaning she's beautiful inside
Wait,
out, but she's just 20 years older than you.
So we're saying she's a 10 physically, yeah?
Yeah, she's a 10.
Oh damn. Well, depends on her personality. Oh,
Yeah, she's a 10.
Fuck.
Just 10, bro.
She's
So
a
it's-
10 in
is
her
it the age?
personality
Yeah, it's just age.
Just
and
the
her
age.
physical, yeah.
Oh, it's just should be a 9, 8. I don't know.
Okay, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
That's pretty much
Hell
it
yeah.
with our
she's
activity.
She's a 10 physically, 10 inside. She's just
Bro.
44 years old.
Yeah.
That means I can't make babies with her. Oh man. And if you do have babies, they'll probably not be normal kids.
Why? What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Because the older you get as a woman, the more likely you have a chance of having a non-normal kid.
What the fuck? Like, who says that?
This is scientific fact.
That's not fucking scientific facts.
It is.
No, it's not.
Research it right now.
Okay, well, I can't research it right now because my phone's filming.
It is a fact.
It's not a fact.
That's interesting.
This one's not a vibe. I'm not feeling a vibe here.
You are totally feeling a vibe.
No, there's an actual fact.
Okay, so
I'm
how
not kidding.
old? How old? What should a
Really?
woman be
Yeah.
to have a proper baby to you? Then, since you researched the facts.
I think 35 is like 30 to 35 is like prime time where like you have to have babies.
My
Right.
mom had me at 41.
That explains. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just
Wow.
kidding, bro.
That explains why I'm the
That's,
smartest person in this room with actual manners and don't disrespect others.
Joke, okay, joke. Yeah, no,
That's wild.
no, I wouldn't. I'll bring it down to 7, which is 44.
Alrighty. So let's get into the topics today, Lem.
Yeah.
What do you feeling like talking about?
What do I feel like talking about? I mean, I have a question.
Yeah.
So this one's non-sexual, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a turn on and turn off for you in terms of non-sexual?
I'll go.
Yeah.
In terms of non-sexual, let's go with the turn-offs because that's like always the easiest to talk about.
Yeah, we'll start off with turn-offs and then we'll do
Right.
turn-ons after.
Let's do one each.
Yeah.
Let's do one each for now, and then we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
So one turn-off for me is guys that are into anime, manga, and video games.
Right.
And then a turn-on for me are guys that have this shape of beard.
Wait,
Interesting.
so Chris's beard is a turn-off?
It's a
Turn
turn-on.
on.
Or turn on?
Yeah.
Wait, no, we're just gonna do turn-offs for now.
Yeah, I said one turn-off and one turn-on.
Okay, no,
Yeah,
yeah, we'll just do that.
Yeah,
whatever.
let's throw it out.
Yeah, okay, you.
One turn off for a girl. Too
Yeah.
many friends. Easy.
Alrighty.
Turn on. Non-sexual. I think I do like a. That's a hard. Turn on. Would body part be sexual?
No.
Yeah, I like a girl with shoulders.
Okay.
Not
Wait,
not
what?
like muscular shoulders, but like kind of
A bit of muscle in
a
there?
bit of muscle, kind of defined. I would say defined.
Damn.
Let's just say defined.
Wait, you like girls with shoulders?
Girls with
Yeah, it's weird, but I find it attractive in some sense.
Damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Or even like a girl with like a nice back.
Right.
A nice
like-
what?
Damn, there was a
Like-
lot of girls last night with really nice backs at the gym, bro.
Like, I'm not talking like muscular, like just
I'm
defined.
thinking muscular, bro.
I'm thinking defined, just defined. Like there's like a shape.
Yeah, thinking about it, I
You know?
low-key find that a turn on. Like a small turn on. It's not very doesn't really define it much, but
Yeah.
I think woman with nice back, it's pretty awesome. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, so what's a turn on and a turn off for you?
Turn off for me, number 1, clown walking,
Okay, now a turn on.
and a turn. Can't say no to a woman who speaks about money. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I love women that talk about money.
There's
Yeah.
not that many women that talk about money in your life. eh?
That's
is
why
a
I can't
turn-on
find
for
my
me
woman.
Too.
Oh,
Sorry.
That is a turn
can't
on for
find
me too.
any. Anyway, what?
That's a turn on for me as well.
Yeah, I
I
know that.
agree.
That's a turn on for both of us.
Like
Is it because I think you mentioned this, but is it because you guys are Capricorns?
Hey, let's not get into star
what?
signs right now. No, it's
You
just
mentioned that.
it's just who we are as men. You know,
yeah.
we like women who know how to speak about money, or are interested in learning about money from me, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing makes me so much better as a man. I feel so much better as a man than when a woman tells me, "Oh, how do you make this type of money?" Bro, I will gladly tell you, baby. I will tell you everything you want to know, baby. And
Oh yeah. And so would you say that a woman that is not very like she's not very interested about like the finance world or like the money world and how like money operates, would you consider dating someone like that? Both of you.
If she's fully against it,
What?
As in like when you talk about money, like she's like not interested kind of thing.
yeah, that's a turn off. I don't want that.
Mm.
She has to have some degree of interest in it or
Mm.
willingness to listen
Right.
and actually like take in what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But if like they're initially asking, oh, how do you make this type of money, or like how do you build this kind of business, bro, I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me it's I don't know, I guess it's a bonus in a sense. It would be nice though, like if they're interested in like finance.
For
For
me,
sure.
it's not a bonus. For me, it's an absolute must as a man that dates me. I've had instances in the past where I dated a lot of my exes, right? And while they are amazing people and they have a lot of hobbies, in like other things like chess and pool and like dancing and all that stuff. Like I think like if you don't care about money, you don't care about our future. You don't care about like you're not serious about like a financially, financially stable family together.
And for a girl it's different, right?
Yeah.
A man
For a
has to
girl,
be.
yeah, for a girl it's different. A man has to be. And I think that
It's-
if a girl doesn't care about like a guy's like financial mindset, I think that they don't know what they're signing themselves up for.
What
my
are
opinion.
what are your like standards for men?
Yeah, like number one, that's a good question, right? Number one, I said like money. They have to care about money in
Yeah.
one way or another. They
Yeah.
do, right? Because that's the only way that I know that they're serious about our financial stability
Why
in our
is-
relationship.
Why is money such an important thing though?
Why is money such an important thing, right? It's a life essential. It's a life essential.
Yeah, money runs the world.
Money runs the world. It gives you a lot of convenience in your life, right? For example, if I were to date a super broke guy who lived with his parents, he doesn't have money to move out, and his family is like a pain in the ass. And then, when I want to move out, he'll be like, I don't have money. Like, we need to be here all the time. Like, I guess in a way, it's fine if the guy is using his money right now to, build a better future for us. But if a guy like literally has zero like regards of money at all, like I know that I'm giving my life in the wrong hands.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
You're listing the rest of your your standards for men?
Right. So that's the number one standard.
Yeah.
I got carried away, so I forgot the question, but thanks for reminding me. Thanks for keeping the topic in your mind.
Wow, I remembered something.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Incredible.
Incredible, Lem. Good job today.
Thank you. Thank you very
The
much.
second thing I would say is that a guy who takes care of himself. When a guy takes care of himself physically and mentally, whether that's through going to the gym, whether that's constantly upskilling himself, learning something new, taking care of himself, meaning I know that he's capable of taking care of others and especially of me.
Right.
When a guy smells good, that's when I know that he cares about himself.
What about if
You
he
know?
smells like
If he smells like
Grease.
ass, he has zero self-awareness.
not ass but grease?
It's the same.
Greece.
Grease, ass, it's the same shit.
What if it smells
That's-
like sweat plus the kitchen?
We're talking about the same thing here. We're talking about the same thing here. If
Still-
if a guy doesn't take care of himself and smell like whatever that you said, it just means that he has no self-awareness. If he has no self-awareness, he probably would not be aware of my feelings and how other people around him feel about him.
What if you don't have a sense of smell? Like myself.
Chris can't smell, by the way.
Yeah, I have
My boyfriend cannot smell. He has a nose
Your
problem.
boyfriend? I'm just kidding.
My boyfriend cannot smell because he has a nose problem, but I always
Yeah.
would tell him like if he smells or not, and he never actually does smell, so that's a good thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He always used the cologne I buy, and he used my own cologne, my female cologne, and I buy him like some cologne sometimes as well.
Yeah.
Love that. So that's my second standard.
Yeah.
And like it also includes like going to the gym, take care of your body, those kind of
Mhm.
things.
Mhm.
And I think the third one is like treating me with respect. and not having a big ego. Yeah,
Right.
and that's pretty much it.
Cool.
Nice.
Um.
I like that.
Yeah. So what is your standard in a woman? What are your top 3 standards?
Top 3 standards. I'd say you just have to be socially aware of how you present yourself, not just the way you look, but how you act outside. You have to you have to understand how you portray yourself outside, because a lot of the things you do, your little actions outside, shows a lot about how you are, how you think. And for example, this is one of my biggest examples, is walking like a clown. And I've mentioned it before. Women who walk like a clown, you're not socially aware, in my opinion. You're kind of like an airhead. And if you're daydreaming a lot, you're also an airhead. And if you only care about your looks, the way you dress, how your makeup looks, to me, that's not a very good indication of the kind of woman that I would want to mother my kids. So yeah, number 1 is walking like a clown, and second is being an airhead. Actually, they're pretty much the same thing, so that's number 1. Number 2 is not having any regards to money as well, because
Don't just spend all your money.
well, yeah, I think one of the core foundations of living is money. That's the main tool that's used for everything.
Yeah.
And if you're not even the least bit interested in how money works, I don't think I can have a woman like that. She needs to know the actual value of money and how it affects everyone in society.
Or at least like being open and being interested in having a conversation about it with you, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Also, I'd say she has to have a sense of how to be more caring, like a mother.
Okay.
She needs to inhabit a lot of the things that is taught to her by her own mom, if she had a great mom. And I need to see kind of like my mom from her.
Fair enough.
So it's all very I guess connected to how I view my mother. She has to have similar traits as her.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nice.
And
nice.
I love when I see kind of like my mom in a woman. It makes me want to cry.
Okay.
Mm. Okay. Respect.
And it makes me want to say I love you, even though I've never met that person. Which is crazy, I know. But that's reality. That's how I feel.
Okay. What about you?
Okay, okay.
Wait, can I keep going? Or I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. You go.
What, you want to keep going?
No, you go.
Standard. I mean, look right here. Come on, this is standard right now.
Lol.
What do you mean, low?
What's the standards that Ashton's ticked off for you?
Well, she cares about money, that's for sure. I mean, I said it was a bonus, but
I have the bonus.
she has the bonus, so
Yeah.
yeah. But also like, a standard would be like, I mean, looks pays. You know, I mean, looks is definitely one as well, of course. You know, I want to be able to show off, like, oh, look, this is my woman.
Oh, I didn't even say that, but yeah.
Right?
I have to have some level of attraction to her.
Yeah, of course.
Physically.
Do I have shoulders?
Do you have shoulders?
Ash has no shoulders, to be honest.
She does now.
Oh, she has gotten shoulders.
She has gotten
over
shoulders
the
now.
Past year?
Yeah, she's
Lim, it's been winter. I obviously don't wear like tops where I can show my shoulders, but I have been getting shoulders. I promise you that.
they're defined enough, you know.
Just because I
Like-
don't show my body around doesn't mean I have no body, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. for sure.
Move on.
Wait, yeah, you're still listening, Chris.
This thing, yeah. So looks again, like yeah, like I need to, be able to show off my woman as well. Be like, that's my woman over there. Look, she looks beautiful.
Look at her shoulders, guys.
Look at her shoulder. Look at her back. Damn.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and then what else?
What else? They definitely need to be loving and caring and have that mother like nature.
Okay, so everyone here is like pretty much the same.
Yeah, actually,
You and
yeah.
Lem. You guys
Yeah.
have like similar values then.
We have the exact same values.
Yeah, we do.
We're
That's
wearing
why-
this exact same tops right
Yeah.
now. As well.
What's happening?
Same color.
Like, do
Yeah.
you guys think that hanging out with each other a lot, kind of like you guys slowly aligning yourself to each other's values a lot more?
Yeah, I think so. I think
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you enter a group of people, you eventually start to align in
Right.
like your values and just like your traits in general.
Yeah.
You start to think, oh, like this is the best way to dress or like shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And actually, I had a thought on this. Like, for example, you're like the smallest fish in the sea, right?
Mm-hmm.
You join a group that's like everybody is better than you in terms of whatever goal it is that you have. For example, you want to be a golf, and then you join a golf club, and everybody that is better than you, eventually you get better to their level, right?
Yeah.
But I was wondering, right, if you're the big fish in the pond, say you have a group of friends, and you're the number one there, you're the number one golfer. I think that it's actually possible to bring that group up instead of going to another group to become the small fish again.
Yeah.
But the difference, the only way you can bring that group up is you have to be ready to become a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you're not ready to be a leader, you're just gonna go to another group.
Do you think that
Mm.
you personally, Lem, have leadership qualities?
I think I'm making my way there. I definitely didn't think that at the start of the year.
You think that like through experiencing like a lot in like your life and your business that you feel like you're getting ready to step up into a more leadership position?
I think so.
Mhm.
I think
Mm.
every day I try to speak into myself that I have the responsibility of my kingdom for my future,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what it is when we build our own families. You're responsible for these people, your offsprings, your family, your wife. Like, these are people you're responsible for. And as a man, like personally, I need to step up into that leadership role.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do believe that becoming a gentleman while I'm on this journey to become a gentleman, right? It's a first step to, I guess, attaining that leadership role and becoming a better leader for the people around me.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of like leadership, right? So lately we've been building this like company together, right? And you know that up to now we actually already have like 7 employees. Like, do you guys actually know that?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's- yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
How many? Oh, it's been.
We've been
been, like-
in business for 2 months officially.
Yeah.
When was the date? Yesterday?
Yeah, like from yesterday we have
From
7
yesterday.
7 employees.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like
Mm.
how do you personally feel about that? Because it's been huge.
Yeah, I think owning this business and starting to, I guess, attain more employees,
Mhm.
it's made me realize that these people aren't responsible for. What?
What?
Huh?
Why'd you give me a look?
What do you want to say?
They're just not responsible for the business itself.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Our employees.
don't talk shit about your employees on cam.
I'm not talking shit. I'm saying they're not responsible of the business making money.
What?
I'm saying that's our responsibility
Okay.
as owners. So what was the question before that? We'll just go off from there.
Like, how do you feel about having 7 employees in your second month of business?
It's awesome.
Incredible. For sure. Didn't think we would get here.
Yeah. Do you feel more of a sense of like leadership sense?
Yeah.
Like, do you feel more
Yeah.
like you becoming more of a leader than you were? That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels more inclined, yeah, to be.
To be responsible for
Being
like literally
responsible.
other people's lives.
Mm.
That's why I think like being an entrepreneur, being a boss is very it's a crazy journey. And you kind of like have to force yourself in a situation where like you're the provider, you're the leader. And you're actually are responsible for so many people's livelihood
Yeah.
because people depend on you for like literally money
That's
to
true.
survive. So
Yeah.
I think whoever that starts a company, you might be like a shit boss or shit leader at first, but then you get there. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm.
I definitely think we were not ready when we first started to be bosses.
I don't think anyone is ready when
yeah,
they
you
first
can,
start out.
You can never really be ready
Yeah.
That's true.
when you're doing anything new in life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For example, if we have our first boxing match, I don't think we'll ever be ready for that shit.
No way.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
That's,
Yeah, I think it's important to do things even when you're not ready for it, because there's never gonna be a perfect time.
That's true.
that's true.
You never be ready. Like I don't even think that like when Steve Jobs launched Apple, he was ready for that. I think he doesn't even realize how big it was gonna get.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah.
that's true.
There's been like something on my mind lately that I kind of want to touch upon.
Okay.
So, yeah, Lem, like, what do you think of ghosts?
Ghosts?
Yeah. Do you think they exist in the physical realm or the spiritual realm?
Ooh. Interesting.
It's kind of random that I just talk about it, but I promise you guys it's not random. We've been arguing about this for a while.
That is true.
Actually, we
We
did
have.
argue about it for a little bit, but I want to see where Lem's thoughts are at now with it.
I mean, I still have the same thoughts. I think that they exist in the spiritual realm. Because I believe there is a spiritual
Realm.
side to life,
Yeah.
which I know you guys don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Explain why you have that way of thinking.
When I was studying science back in high school, so these are just the basics, right? Anything you cannot prove, it doesn't mean that it, exists. So a lot of people would say like, for example, Ashlyn, you stole something from me, but you can't prove that, which means I never did. Like I'm not guilty until proven, right? So
Right.
it's the same principle in science with like law. Like if something is not proven, it means that it doesn't exist.
Right.
Yeah. So that's my thought around
Yeah.
it.
But like, why do you think the spiritual plane exists though? Lem?
I think that there's a lot of things that happen that can't be explained.
Okay.
So, like in my opinion, the only reason why it can't be explained is because there's something else going on in the spiritual plane.
Okay.
So, for example, like ghosts, right?
Yeah.
They don't exist in the physical realm.
Right.
That's the only way I could explain why ghosts happen, because we know that people do experience ghost encounters.
Right.
Okay.
And so, do you think like the spiritual and the physical interact with each other, or
As I mentioned before, I think that people who see ghosts are just gifted with eyes they can see in the spiritual realm.
Okay.
right?
So they're kind of like, I guess, mediums.
So is that like seeing into a different dimension, or is a plane a
I mean,
different dimension?
There was a there was a guy on, I think, YouTube or TikTok.
Yeah.
He explained how there's a whole 4D, like how we can enter the 4D world,
Right.
Okay, cool.
and we'll be seeing a lot more than. We'll be seeing pretty much 3D version of the 3D life. Like, in a way, that's how I made sense of it all. So it's like what we do, it's like done in multiple dimensions, and then it creates a whole 4D way of seeing it.
Okay.
And I think that the ghost lives within those areas, in between those realms.
Isn't that physical then? Because a realm is a physical thing.
I think physical, because we only see in 2D, right?
Okay.
I
Right.
think physical is actually, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Because, like, your definition of physical is quite loose.
Right.
Like, it's physical whenever it's convenient.
Physical is everything that the 5 senses can sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But physical could also be, like, something that, like, it's not, like, made up by your imagination. So realms and dimensions, I mean, if humans can prove it, and if humans actually have access to it, then it's also physical.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think that ghosts don't exist.
Right.
I think they somewhat do. But I feel like that's more of a. I think, like, I grew up with that belief because my family is actually very spiritual, and then there are, like, literally instances where a lot of family members would tell me that they've seen certain spirits of, like, our grandparents and stuff.
Yeah.
And I honestly only believe it because multiple people see the same thing at once. So there was this one time everyone took a picture together, right? And then they saw, like, this, like, old maid who passed away, like, appearing in the picture. And, like, 2 or 3 of them actually saw the picture together, so I can't say that 2 or 3 of them are lying. So in that instance, I believed what they saw. But, like, if one person rocks up to me and they say that they saw something, then it's harder for me to believe.
Right.
So I think that I would believe someone, I think, as long as a couple of other people kind of testify that they see the same thing, and as long as those people are reliable enough. Yeah, that would give me more of a reason to believe.
Right.
Yeah, but, like, you obviously believe that, like, when we die, our soul moves to somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You don't know where.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it comes back to Earth
That's
or
interesting.
we go to a whole different place in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So you guys don't believe in the spiritual realm?
Yeah.
Or it's a spirituality?
No, not really. No.
I mean, it's a 50-50 for me. Depends on who tells me about it, to be honest.
Yeah. Because, like, if you think about it, spirituality is literally just feeling a vibe.
Yeah.
But it's
in a
not
sense,
feeling
yeah.
a vibe if 3 people see the same shit.
But is it ghost spiritual?
That's the thing as well. It's a ghost spiritual.
I don't think ghost is spiritual.
I think ghost is quite physical, actually. If 3 people see the same ghost, it makes it physical.
Yeah.
But if you and I both eat mushroom, like, right now, we'll see different things.
So that you're saying that's
So then I think that's spiritual because, like, it's really, like, depending on the person.
mushrooms would be illusion though, right?
Yeah. But a lot of people use it for
Yeah.
spiritual purposes. So I think the spiritual and an illusion is actually quite similar.
Right.
But they argue that it's what the world wants to see, the universe wants them to see.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
So in that sense, I think that's BS.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, I think that's BS. Yeah, that's why if, say, there's an occasion where there are 3 people seeing the same ghost,
Yeah.
then, well, yeah, I guess in a way, if those 3 people have proven to be reliable in the past, I guess in a way I would kind of believe them.
Right.
But then in that sense, then the ghosts belong to the physical world because literally everyone at that time can see the ghost using their own eyes.
Right.
So you're saying ghosts are in the physical world?
Yeah, because you talk about a lot about like planes and dimensions, and I think
Yeah.
that's all physical.
Then,
So if the ghost is in a different plane, they're physical.
so what's the other planes? They're all just physical planes?
I think planes are all physical.
Right.
Yeah, they're literally destinations that we don't know how to yet reach, but they are a physical location.
So just like coexist side by side or on top of each other.
Yeah, sure,
But all physical.
but all physical.
So it's kind of like a glitch.
Yeah,
If
sure.
we see a ghost.
I would like to think it like that. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Could be.
Dimensions, planes, I guess they're all kind of denoted as the same things. Yeah.
But in terms of that picture, only 3 people saw it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What picture are you talking about? Explain.
Like
Earlier, I talked
like,
about
she
it, my
talked about the
family
picture, like
right.
where they 3 people
see
they took
the
yeah,
ghost.
They
yeah.
see the ghost on the picture, right?
Yeah.
But not they didn't see it like in real life, as in like I'm assuming it was just like behind them, right, in the
Yeah.
picture. So they didn't turn around and have a look.
No.
So if that picture still exists,
Yeah.
and if I saw it, would I see the ghost?
Yes, you would see the ghost because it's quite clear on the picture.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
think
that-
a few people in my family testified. Yeah.
They still have
Okay.
the picture.
I don't think they do.
They don't have it.
No, they said they do.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I mean,
remember. I'm sure
yeah,
they do.
I
yeah.
guess if many other people see the same picture and they see the same thing,
Then
it would-
that would be
you-
something, right?
you can assume ghosts are real
Yeah.
in a sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, like, how would you know if that's not like dust or smoke in the air?
Because the frames of like the frame of like everything, right? And like how like the dust, it like appears into a very specific person's face, and
Right.
especially because that mate has one characteristic. He's blind, so you can see like the blind eye in the photo.
Right.
So there's that as well. So it's a very specific characteristic of an individual.
Right.
So it's not just
Right.
any person with a normal eye.
Yeah.
Yes, and then he's old, so he clearly has wrinkles and like white beard.
Right.
So I guess like in a way that's how you can tell that it's not dust.
Actually, one question is, did everyone from your family know this person?
Does
So-
everyone in my family know this
Like
person?
everyone who saw the picture, do they know this person?
Yeah.
I was just thinking, like, if they know the person
Yeah.
and like one person said to the other that it looks like this guy,
Yeah.
would they immediately think of that person, so they would have that image in their head and they would also kind of project that into the
That's a
picture?
good point.
But like in a way I said that there are special characteristics about this man.
Mm.
He's blind.
But they've all seen this, they all know what he looks like.
So what happened was like my sister and her ex-boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
They saw the picture before everyone else. So her ex-boyfriend didn't know who this guy is.
Mm.
And then he
Right.
told her, he like came out to her and saying like, don't freak out. Then there's this kind of picture.
Right.
My sister doesn't know who that is
Yeah.
in the picture.
Okay.
So she showed it to an auntie. And then an
Right.
auntie was like, this guy was like an old man. He was very loyal to our ancestors' house. He's always here, but he's blind.
Yeah.
And like kind of described like his face, like structure and everything. So
Mm.
I guess like in a way, yeah. Like,
So
Right.
they didn't know him initially.
not my sister, not the guy, but then when they showed the photo to an auntie who could know, then she knows who that is. She
Right.
recognized it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah.
So, if I were to look at this picture and I didn't know anything,
Yeah.
I'll assume that I would find a face.
Yeah. Yeah, you would find a
Yeah.
face.
I don't know how to put it, but like, if I showed someone a picture and said, "Hey, look at this picture," I'm just trying to think, like, would they
I mean, because the picture was first shown by two people who don't even know who this guy is. But they can already tell that there's a freaking face on it.
Yeah.
So that's why they bring the photo to a person who might know.
Right. But I can also look in the cloud and be like, that looks like a shape of a
But
dog.
but it's not a cloud though. Because in the photo, like what's behind them is the beach. There's no sky. So it's not a cloud, like
Wait,
for sure.
it wasn't a
mean-
wall behind them?
No, it was a beach behind them.
Oh.
So they
interesting.
were on a balcony.
And this
then,
was at nighttime, right?
no, daylight.
Oh.
Actually, I don't know. It could be both, actually.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. Because I assume that the picture when they take it on a balcony and behind them, it's just the beach, and I would assume it's a daytime because it's like a family photo.
Right.
But like, to be honest, I don't even know if it's daytime or nighttime. So yeah, isn't that
Right.
interesting?
That is interesting.
Well, I have no conclusion because I don't know much about.
Because no one saw the photo, so
Yeah.
I totally understand.
I kind of want to see the photo if they,
Yeah.
like,
if they still
have
have
it.
it. Yeah, I don't know even who to request the photo from.
yeah. Well, your sister said it still exists.
Yeah.
Then I
she
gotta
did.
ask her, but like I don't think she would be like very keen on finding that photo again.
No, I think she said
Yeah.
it's at the certain house that we shouldn't really visit.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Oh, we're not
it's-
gonna visit that house.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of background context to kind of like my ancestors' house. So, my family, where we have an ancestor house where like all the late family members are buried there. Their ashes are there, and their photos are there. So, and it used to be like the end of the alley. So this is the alley, right? In the middle of that alley, there's a well, and then keep going to the alley. That's our house, and then out, outside of that, it's just like the beach, like pure ocean.
Yeah.
So it's very, very spiritual. So there were like a lot of like ghost stories and everything there. It was pretty scary.
Mm.
Right.
Let's say, the gym, right, guys?
The
I've been
gym?
going to the gym for about a year and a half now.
The
Oh,
gym.
is it longer?
Longer, I think.
Yeah, a bit longer
Mm.
than that. Yeah.
But then before that, like we do exercise a lot. Like Chris was a break dancer here
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
before he quit and just decides to just go to the gym. And then Lem and I, we were like street dancers,
Yeah.
hip hop, choreography, whatever.
Yeah.
So we've been pretty active.
Yeah, we've always been active.
Right. So when you first started going to the gym, when you guys first started going to the gym,
Mhm.
how did it feel compared to how you feel now when you go to the gym?
I think at the start there was a lot of like resistance.
Resistance?
Yeah, it was hard.
In what sense?
In the sense that when you first start something, it's not easy. And when you go to the gym, right, like you see a lot of people that kind of like are already where you want to be, and you kind of like get intimidated by them as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then like just like coordination wise, like you're just getting used to using the equipment. You're getting used to using your body in a different way.
Right, you're like activating new muscles and shit.
Exactly. Even
Yeah.
like now, when I try new sports, like if I want to do Pilates or golf or like whatever new physical activity it is, there's still a lot of coordination that I still need to, work my way through.
Yeah.
It's the same with like everything. So whoever, don't feel comfortable going to the gym at the start, like know that it's extremely normal.
Mm.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
Now, I don't mind going to the gym anymore. I see that as like something that I kind of need to do.
Right.
But then at the same time, like I wanna explore more about like different ways of exercising. Like I've been getting into Pilates a bit more recently, and I absolutely love it. But yeah, I do it as a once in a while thing. I still think that going to the gym benefits me a lot, so I'll just like mix that together.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, in saying that, I signed up for that app. It charged me to $70, bro. What a scam.
Wait, why is it a scam if you
Wait,
sign
what?
up for it and ask it to take your money?
I didn't use up all my points.
No, it add points onto
Oh.
your
see.
current existing points, so you're not missing
Oh.
anything out.
I thought it like takes away my points from last month. and
No, it
gives me new
doesn't. You
ones.
don't even
Nah.
read it, and then you call it a scam.
It was a scam. before you told me that today. All right, so how about you, Chris? How did you feel when you first started versus now? If you
When
can even remember when you first started.
Actually, the first time I went to the gym was in high school.
Mm.
But I think that was because a lot of the, I guess the guys were in high school were going to the gym. I
Yeah,
think this was like year 10. Everyone was like really into the gym.
yeah.
So, but I didn't start going to the gym till maybe like
Thank you.
towards the end of high school.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really hard to get in. Like, to me, I prefer to be doing something like, say, like bouldering, something where I kind of don't have to think too much about the workout.
right.
Like,
You would rather that than gymming?
yeah, like an activity.
Right. Wait,
Like-
back then or right now?
Even right now, I think I would
Oh.
prefer it, to be honest. But right now, I love the gym a lot more
Mm.
for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I see the purpose of it.
Mm.
Because even though you do all these other activities, sports, you still need the gym to build strength
Yeah, that's true.
and to build other, like, muscles or
I think you can work your
endurance.
way into liking something that's beneficial for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because when I first started as well, like, I didn't like the gym. Like, I would probably go like once a week, or
Yeah.
even like once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, when I asked this question, I thought we would all have a very similar answer, and we all do.
Yeah.
We all hated it when we first started.
Yeah.
I think, like, generally for everyone, it's like that. But why do you think you like it so much now? I wanna answer it. For me, I think the reason why I like it so much now is because when I take a shower, I go to my room, I look at the mirror, I'm like, wow. That's the
So,
reason I go to the
you
gym.
would say you like the results more than you go.
Yeah, I think once you start getting results, bro, like, you're gonna love the gym a lot more.
Yeah.
And that's the same with business, right? Once we start getting money, bro, this journey's become more fun, right?
Yeah.
I
in
guess,
in a
yeah.
sense, yeah, I
Like,
agree.
once
Yeah.
once you start seeing results, it's like you don't want to stop because you know that's the reason why you got the results in the first place.
Yeah, I get
Mm.
that. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
long did it take you to get to the results you want?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't have the results I want yet. I don't think.
But how long did it take you to get a result you somewhat want?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
what made that click? Like, was
how
it
long?
abs, or was it like, damn, like my muscles are popping out?
But let me answer how long first. I think I was like a year in. I didn't start seeing like proper, like, I didn't see my body change until a year in. Then I was like, damn, I got shoulders. Damn, my
Right.
back's like building up.
Right.
And like, I'm not a massive guy, so there's not much difference. I mean, there is a big difference from when I didn't gym before. But I don't know, like, I look good in like shirts and shit, you know what I mean? Once you start noticing that, yeah. But yeah, that's the reason. Like, when I start wearing tighter shirts, then I realize I look like pretty physically attractive.
Right.
Like, in terms of muscle. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's when I was like, damn. Yeah. It
I
clicked.
get that. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Uh,
you've always had a good physique.
Yeah. I mean, I've been
You've-
active for
A long time.
ages. So
Yeah. So would you
it's-
say you had that kind of? I don't think you would have the same kind of click as me.
no, not for the gym. No,
No.
I don't think I focused on results
Yeah.
in that sense. I just kind of love. I guess I love just being. I guess I just love doing like the sport or activity that
Right.
I was doing at the time.
What about like the pain that you feel? Do you like that?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, me too. Actually,
Like,
only recently though. I only started liking that
yeah,
recently.
I love to like work out till I can't
Yeah.
do it anymore.
I think that's something that you really have to learn how to like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Have you ever like worked out till you felt sick?
I mean, I felt sick this morning, and it's from my workout yesterday.
Yeah.
I felt like I had a fever this morning, cause like my
Right.
muscles were all so tired.
Right. Because
Do you get that? You wake up the next day, you feel like you have a fever.
No, not like a fever, but
Damn, maybe there's something wrong with me. I woke up this morning, I felt like I had a fever.
that's crazy, man.
And yesterday was the first time I worked out in
I don't know if that's normal.
a week.
Yeah.
But that's because we've been boxing. Well, I've been boxing instead of actually working out.
Yeah. Both of us, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
In saying that, like, I have worked out till I was sick. Actually, it was when I was breakdancing
Yeah.
at uni. I think I was dancing for like 4 hours straight.
Yeah.
And at the end of that, I felt so sick. Like, my body was so weak.
Really?
Yeah, and the next day, I was sick for like 2 weeks, I think. Or a week or two.
Damn. Well, you got like a full fever.
Yeah, I had like fever, like...
You don't think it's from like
I
eating
think-
something bad or some shit?
No,
It
I
was
don't
from
think so.
breaking?
I think it was from breaking because I don't think I ate anything before that,
Damn.
and like I felt sick the next day, so sick.
Speaking of like eating, what is like your relationship with food lately?
I eat anything.
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
right now,
Do you guys like cooking?
No.
not as much.
Wait, I want to say though. Actually, I don't want to say. Keep
Why?
going.
Wait, what?
No, it's a stupid thought.
Okay.
Okay, cool. You know your thoughts are stupid. That's good. Good
Anyway,
awareness.
where are you going with this?
What about you though? Like,
Yeah. Just want to hear you guys' thoughts about eating out
Yeah.
versus like eating in at home.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna go.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, we had this conversation yesterday,
Yeah, we did.
and we were so triggered when we bought the ingredients.
Yeah,
We got so triggered, bro.
yeah. If you like really think about it, cooking at home and shopping for your groceries
Yeah,
it takes so much time.
yeah,
When you could just go to a restaurant, buy a meal,
and
wait
they make
like
it
what?
all for you,
Yeah, wait like 5-10 minutes,
and then you have a meal.
and you have a meal right in
And they
front of you.
clean up for you as well.
Yeah.
Clean up for you, and they have a really nice environment for you to eat in.
Yeah.
I think something about like going out to eat every morning or every day, it kind of also helps you to like be outside in the world and like feel
Yeah.
the weather and like just feel good. Like just walking there and all that stuff as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think like I mean technically we all can be like living a frugal life and like cooking at home like all the time. But eating is something that I think is not worth your time like all the time. And that's
But-
why like the rich people always have a personal chef.
we realized
Yeah.
though that even eating in isn't even frugal anymore. When you eat
Yeah,
at home.
eating in is so expensive
Yeah.
nowadays. Like, you know, at Woolies, everything like groceries have gone up so much.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same price as eating out
Yeah,
for each
In a way,
ingredients.
yeah.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
why we got triggered because we only realized that one of the dishes.
That we're trying to make at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a Vietnamese soup dish.
Yeah.
And we thought that like, oh, this must be so cheap to make, and they sell it for $30. Are you serious? 30
$30?
Australian dollars.
Let's try and do it ourselves.
Yeah, we thought that they make so much money from that because they're pricing at $30, and in Vietnam you can get that soup for $3, right? So we were like, okay, let's try and make it at home. We start buying ingredients. We buy like half the ingredients because we couldn't find the rest of them, and we're already at $30. How crazy! And like we already had different ingredients that were at home already, so we didn't even buy all the ingredients needed for that dish.
Yeah,
And we were at like $30 or more than $30.
like 30
Yeah.
bucks. It's not like it wasn't even all of them.
Yeah, $30.
Yeah,
right?
but then we also have to cook it, chop things, cleaning things up.
Yeah, so that all comes when you do it at home, right?
yeah,
Versus the $30 you pay at a restaurant. They do all of that. The time, energy, the cooking, the cleaning, and buying the ingredients that you do for a whole day. That they can do that for you and deliver within 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Speaking of
Yeah.
that, like I remember that when I first came to Australia, one of the biggest culture shock for me, right? Like the last episode, I said it was the food, but this is something more specific, right? I came to Australia and I had to stay in a homestay because I was underage. I was under 18. I cannot cook for myself, right?
Yeah.
And the homestay family fed me with bread and peanut butter every single morning, either that or cereal with milk. And as a Vietnamese person who grows up in Vietnam, who gets to eat like all these like earthy, healthy, amazing soup dishes every morning, or like have that many options, like being in Australia and I seeing how people trying to save money by eating like ass, that just triggers me. I can't eat peanut butter and bread every single morning.
I don't
Yeah,
mind
me
it. to
neither.
be honest.
Huh?
Me neither.
You neither, and you
Yeah.
don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I love peanut butter.
Because in primary school, my mom used to give me peanut butter bread sandwich like every day.
Good nutrients.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I got sick of that so quick that I didn't eat it for like 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I really like a nutritious breakfast with like a lot of like components in it. So if you're thinking of like a Japanese breakfast where they have like a slice of salmon and then they have like a miso soup on the side with some natto and with some like beans and some pickles, that's the kind of stuff I'm into. Or either that or like a bowl of nice pho noodles that's hot and that nice. It's warm and it gives you like a great start in the morning. That's my jam. Like I cannot just peanut butter my way through my morning.
I don't mind. I don't mind as long as it's not durian. The one thing I cannot eat in this world is durian.
We seen that.
Yeah.
You gag immediately.
Yeah, I gag from the smell, bro.
Yeah.
Not even the taste, the smell.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we are back on the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. They talk about their past relationships. They talk about...
I'll talk about my past relationship.
Alright, tell us your past relationship traumas. What's...
Past relationship.
Oh wait, tell us your worst relationship you've gotten into. Who
Yeah,
the fuck cares?
Tell us about that.
This guy's a fucking loser anyway.
What the heck? The worst relationship I've gotten into. I don't think I've really entered any really bad relationships in my whole life, but if I had to choose the worst one, shout out to David. You broke up with me on my birthday. So there was this guy I
Oh,
dated.
did he?
There was this
That's
guy
crazy.
I dated.
Yeah.
We dated for 5 days. And then he decided to call things off on my birthday. Like right on my birthday, he was full texting me how like happy birthday. But there's something I need to be honest with you about. Like I don't think we're the best fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's only been 5 days in, and mind you, I really liked this guy before we started dating.
Wait, tell us how you even met and the whole context.
We met when I was in primary school. So he was in year 5 and I was in year 4.
Yeah.
But I was like, he's really cute. He was really good looking. And
Right.
I guess he was kind of sporty too. And he's kind of tall. So I was like, oh, I liked him. And then we dated when I was in year 8 and he was in year 9.
Wait, you were year 8?
No, year 7.
Damn.
He was in year
So-
8. And then we kind of talked and we kind of like tried and give it a go. But
Yeah.
the thing about him is that he only wanted to talk to me online. Like he would never meet me at school, even though we go to the same school. Our class is literally next to each other.
So you never talked in real life?
No.
That's
What about like when he asked you to be his girlfriend?
He asked me online.
He asked you online?
What?
He asked me
Wait,
online.
you go to the same school,
We
right?
go to the same school.
That's so weird.
But he was really shy. He was really shy to meet me in person. But I was like, oh, this guy's like so
Wait.
cute. I can't reject him.
He was shy, or he was like trying to prove to the boys that he can get you or some shit? Like, you know those
No, he
romantic movies and shit?
He was actually
Yeah.
shy. Like he has nothing else to prove.
Oh.
He was like shy to meet me, and I kept on asking him, so like, when will we be able to talk in person? And he's like, until I'm not shy, kind of vibe.
Right.
Wait, that's what he said?
The vibes, yeah. So
Do you remember
I
the
know,
exact words or no?
I know. That was not his exact words.
Uh.
That was ages ago, so
Yeah.
I can't remember
Right.
his exact words. So he broke up with me on my birthday, and then I was so stupid. I wanted to get back to him anyway. So I would reach out to him and be like, can we try again?
Yeah.
And then after that, nothing changed. he's still shy.
Wait, so you got back together?
Yeah, we got back together after that. And
Damn.
so 7 months in, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. Like, this guy is way too shy.
Wait, so you dated 5 days and then
And then break up. And then we date again for 7 months.
7?
7 months.
7
7 months, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, I can't take this anymore. And that's when he wanted to see me in person.
Right.
When you said I can't take this anymore.
Like, yeah, like when I kind of like gave him the vibe that I'm done with this relationship. And then by then, he finally was ready to meet me in person. But then I was like, I'm so done with this. I can't do it anymore. So then we broke up.
7 months of not seeing each other or talking to each other in person.
In person. And I was absolutely okay with that.
How did you stay in that, bro?
Yeah.
I really liked him. Like, you know, like even though we didn't talk in person, which I knew it was a huge red flag. So don't come for me. I knew, okay. But the reason why I really liked him was because, you know, he's good looking, he's cute, you know, whenever I come home and I get to talk to him, I feel good. Like we have the same sort of like things to talk about, and I like
Right.
that. And when I was young, I was a kid back then. Like I didn't think too much about like why I want to date this guy.
Mm.
Right.
So in a sense, like I'm just like, like I
Yeah.
kind of like him. That's all.
Did
Must have
your-
been really handsome.
Yeah.
Not really. Now that I think about it, but,
Did
but I
your-
was young. I was young.
Did your eyes even meet at school? Like, do you even look at each other
Did
at
you even
school?
breathe the same air?
Yeah, like
We did.
like
We
in-
did,
in the same
okay.
class.
Like we still looked at each other. Okay. And then you
Okay.
know what's wild?
Yeah.
So after that, right? He dated a new girl.
Yeah.
Right.
And so he was very public with her. It was a very public relationship.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so when he broke up with her after like a year or two of dating her, he reached out back to me and he was like, but you know, we never broke up before. And I was like, what do you mean? Like you dated this whole other girl? Like, I don't know what
What?
went on in his mind. He said that we never broke up before. I guess
Yeah.
like when I ended things with him, I didn't really tell him that I wanted to break up. I'm just like, I'm done. But it's literally kind of the same vibes. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he full dated another girl, and then he came to tell me that like we never broke up, and I'm like, yeah, we did. Like you dated a whole other girl, and he was like, oh, you're no longer the same, and I'm like, bitch, of course I'm not no longer the same.
Damn. Oh,
Like you
What?
dated a whole new girl, and now you're coming back to me and saying we never broke up. So
The heck?
shout out,
what a crazy relationship.
you're crazy, David.
That was crazy.
No, you're crazy too.
I'm crazy too.
Why'd you stay in that for that long? Well,
I was crazy too, but I was crazy too. There was no excuse, guys. But that was my craziest, most disappointing relationship because I was crazy and he was crazy.
have you guys heard of the term toga?
What's that?
What's
Totga.
No.
It's a song. I don't know who it's by. The one that got away.
Oh yeah, what about it?
Uh-huh.
Do you guys have one of those?
No,
No.
don't think so.
Just me then.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. I
Okay.
don't want to talk about it.
So, in my relationships, in my life, I've been in 6 different relationships, I think. So there's always a lot of
Wow.
stories to tell.
Wait, so 6 overall?
I think so.
Wow.
Wow.
6, 7-ish.
I've been in I guess
3.
2 proper ones.
3.
Okay.
Tell us about your non-proper one.
What do you mean non-proper
Non-proper.
one?
You said you've been in 2 proper ones.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the non-proper one was in high school.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I was just a little boy. I don't know what to share about it, you know? It was awesome. We held hands at school a lot.
It was a Russian girl, right?
Yeah, she's beautiful.
You know,
beautiful woman.
You know, yesterday I told Chris that I used to have like a thing with a Russian guy back then in high school too.
Wait, you had a thing or
It was a thing. It wasn't like a real dating
right?
situation. But it was also a thing with a Russian guy where we like held hands and shit. So it's like a similar story.
Yeah. Oh, you got further with that guy than you did with David.
I-
Yeah, and date that guy. The hell?
I never dated
That's
the Russian
crazy.
guy.
Yeah.
But you held hands.
Yeah, we held hands and then you know what I told him?
What?
So he wanted to date me, and then I told him like, if you're not gonna go and get your grades up, I'm not interested.
Oh, it's this guy.
So the reason why I didn't want to date this guy, so I got a bit smarter after David, right? So it's for because like when I was with David, I was actually helping him with his homework, and he's a year above me.
Bruh.
Oh, what?
So with this guy, I'm a little bit smarter, but I'm not that smart yet because I'm still young, right?
Yeah.
And I was telling him like, I like you, you're handsome, but like if you don't get your grades up, if you're not on a distinction level, then I'm not gonna date you. I can't date a dummy. And I'm sure he was like, what the fuck is wrong with this chick?
I mean, I was in that spot when I was in high school.
Like
I
you
was
were like
very-
in a dummy range.
I say I was in the dummy range.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro,
well,
all I cared about, I'd go to school, rock up. I'd be turn on my laptop, YouTube, League of Legends, Vayne build, ADC build. That's all I do all day, watching YouTube. I get to class, we'd have a quiz for physics. My teacher, all you can hear is Candy Crush, ding ding. Bro, I get home from school, play League of Legends all night. Next day, same thing. That's all I did in my high school life. And then maybe I'd hang out with I'd have phases where I'd get into like basketball and shit. I'd hang out with different groups. But yeah, in class all I did was League of Legends. Yeah, a bunch of just gaming boy shit,
Right.
But now, I mean, I don't know, I still play games. It is what it is.
I guess so.
Wait, where were we? What was I going with this? I forgot what the whole topic was.
it was about
It
relationship.
was that relationship.
Like
Yeah.
the worst relationship.
Yeah.
No, it was something else. We're going about in high school you said the guy wasn't bringing his grades
Russian
up.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, nah, but I feel for him because I was exactly the same. Little dummy
I don't
boy.
think it's fair to say that you were exactly the same. I mean, he was kind of like, he was a flirter.
Right.
I mean,
Okay, maybe
Floater?
you're the same. Yeah,
like a
Yeah.
floater or flirter.
like he's a flirt.
Oh, I
Like
mean,
flirt, like a flirt.
I wasn't a flirter.
So
I don't
he's
like-
getting all the girls.
I'm not the guy.
Yeah,
Type
but like
of guy.
in a way, like, I guess he gets a lot of girls.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he's kind of well liked among the girls. I think
Popular?
so. Yeah,
Right.
but at the same time, like, I don't feel like people truly respect him as a person. So that's why I wanted him to get his grades up, because I would feel embarrassed if people see me with this guy.
True.
Right.
True.
He was a low value guy, pretty much.
Right. Well, interesting. How
Interesting.
about you, Chris? Wait, did you even have any relationships when you were in high school?
No.
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 How many relationships are you in?
Like
Yeah.
two.
This is actually your second?
Ash second. Yeah.
Mm. Do you want to tell us about your first one or?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Take it away.
Actually, I think I met her. So it was a long distance relationship, actually.
Damn, you guys
You
in
wanna
your
know?
long distance and non-touching. I don't know how you guys do that.
I mean,
Bruh.
at least I saw this girl. Like,
At least I saw this guy. How long
like-
did you date?
7 years.
7 years.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it. To be
Wow.
honest, like when I think about it, I'm like, wow.
Out of those 7
That's
years, how many
crazy.
times do you guys see each other?
7 times.
Wait, how'd you
Ah.
even meet?
I met her through my cousin. Actually, they went to the
Ah.
same school, so
Damn.
she's not from Australia.
Yeah.
So my cousins are from Malaysia.
Yeah.
So they went to the same school, and I met her when she came over to my cousin's place.
Yeah.
They were doing like some project, I think,
Yeah.
for school, and then I think it's like her friend. She brought a friend as well to the place.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, like this girl finds you attractive or something, and then well, she didn't say that to me. She just said, oh, hey, come and have a chat on the table or something. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay, sure. And then I think she was sitting right like opposite me,
Yeah.
and then to be honest, I don't remember what we're talking about, but we started talking.
Yeah.
And at the time, yeah, I found her attractive, right?
Yeah. Well, she became ugly.
Like, I mean, not.
Yeah, she did.
I wouldn't say ugly, but
Yeah.
well, I don't find her attractive anymore. That's for sure.
Fair enough.
Wait, so what so she told you she liked you?
Well, she didn't tell me on the day.
Yeah.
I think when I came back to Australia, I think she added me on Facebook,
Uh-huh.
and then we started chatting on Facebook,
Wow.
and that's kind of how
It all started.
it all started. Yeah.
Cool.
It was a 7-year-long
7-year-long
relationship.
relationship.
Anything interesting about it you want to share though?
Yeah. Long distance relationships are hard,
Yeah.
and definitely don't get into it. That's for sure.
I was on another long distance for 7 months
With
Really?
with my
Another
ex
guy?
before Chris.
Oh yeah.
oh wait, who? Koi?
So I went to Australia before he does. So we planned to go together, but I just came here first.
Yeah.
And then in the 7 months that I was here, he was not. So we were kind of in a long distance, but I kind of know that we're going to see each other again.
Yeah.
We're going to reunite in Australia.
Uh-huh.
So that was fine for me. And it was only 7 months. It's not that bad. But I guess like in that 7 months, he actually did lie to me about like, you know, he said that he was at home studying, bettering himself. But actually in that 7 months, he was hanging out with like his friends all nights. And like when I was in Australia in that 7 months, I feel like really lonely at night because
Yeah.
like there was no one I could talk to. He was not really there, but
Wait, so what would he say? He was studying or some shit?
yeah, he said he went to study sessions, and then I found out that it was not the case.
Bruh, what a pussy. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know why, but I always was attracted to those kind of men. Boys.
Yeah, boy.
Correction.
So, but he never ended up cheating on you and shit.
No, he never really cheated on me. He was
That's
a
good.
good guy. He's just behind.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a pussy.
And I can't date guys that are behind me. I want us to be on the same page. And I want us to want to strive for the same things in life. So that it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
when I graduated uni already, when I started my business already, or when I go through all life and, you know, had a job and I quit my job and I do my own business already,
Yeah.
he's still in first year of uni. How is that humanly possible? That was like 3 to 4 years already and he's still in his first year of uni dancing.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe in his life time frame, it's 1 year is 4 years.
Yeah, that could be, and that's why we can no longer be
Yeah.
together. And then, you know, he's so he was in Australia. After we broke up, he's still in Australia for a bit. And then for some reason, I think like he went home to Vietnam. And then during that time when we broke up, he was blaming me that like, because of you, I have to come to Australia and I didn't go to Japan. I always wanted to go to Japan. Like, because of you, I'll go to Japan. But then, you know, when we broke up, he still didn't go to Japan to study. He was still in Vietnam, so.
Right.
Well, damn.
Well,
Wow.
I made the right decision.
Yeah. I mean, look at us now.
Yeah. And speaking of relationships, right? Like I realized like in most of my relationships I've always been like the dominant one.
Yeah, you have a very dominant personality.
Yeah.
I'm very dominant in my relationships and sometimes I feel like a lot of my ex-partners feel like a bit
Overwhelmed.
by that. Yeah, overwhelmed by that.
Mm. Yeah.
But so that's why I think like a lot of girls and guys strive for like, say like a guy usually strives for a partner that is less dominant
yeah.
because he would
Yeah.
feel more of a power over her,
Yeah.
and the girl would generally like a guy that's more dominant because like she wants to
Yeah.
be dominated, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
To be honest, even if I want that, I don't think it's in my nature to have that.
Yeah. I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what you want is something, but like
Mm.
when you're actually in an actual relationship, it's a whole other thing.
I think Chris is the best bet you got. Chris is the most patient man I know.
Yeah, but then like later on, I guess I kind of shifted my mindset a little bit. Like I'm not looking for a guy that's overly dominant anymore. So, yeah, just like a guy who's patient enough to bear with me.
Wait, so initially you were looking for a guy who was more dominant?
Yeah, so after my breakup with my previous ex-boyfriend before Chris,
Yeah.
I wanted someone more dominant.
Okay.
And then I realized that it's literally impossible with my personality.
Yeah.
And I think that's just how it's meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
Interesting.
I've never dated a guy that's more dominant than me ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I think
I
that's
think
a
you'll
pattern.
find one.
And I think
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
That is
Do you want
interesting.
to...
What about the guys that you saw before me? Were they
No, she said
dominant?
no.
at all?
No.
I mean, I know you're more dominant, but were they?
The guys that I used to see before you.
Yeah.
No, Chloe was a fuck.
Yes, actually, there was one guy. So after Koi, there was another guy. I'm
Okay.
not
Wait,
gonna
what?
name him. Not gonna
After
Yeah.
Koi? Wait, this is new to me.
New?
I don't know if you know, like, but yeah, there was another guy.
That,
He was, I think he was dominant, more dominant, but then it didn't work out.
Ooh.
oh, okay.
Do I know
Yeah.
this person?
No, I don't think you know the person. None of you do.
So this is
Rip.
just before Chris.
Yeah.
What the hell? Yeah, I don't know.
It's not a relationship, so there's nothing to know. It's just like getting to know each other kind of thing.
Right.
And so there
Ah.
was literally nothing to know.
So he was more dominant than.
He was more dominant. That's why it didn't work out.
Maybe that's how you found out you don't want a dominant person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like. Yeah, you would want to be dominate and be in control.
Yeah, and I like guys that are good listeners. So
Yeah.
you know what? No matter what I say about my ex-boyfriends in my previous relationships, all of them are very good listeners.
Right.
Mm,
So yeah, I think good listeners are my type.
Mm.
Yeah.
okay.
There's so many things I want to talk about, like
Yeah, like
religion and like even like the gay people and men, women, but then like none of the things we can really talk about on here. So
yeah. Hey, isn't it crazy how much athletes are getting paid nowadays?
Yeah.
Mbappe this morning.
Holy shit.
How much? It was. I don't know how much it was, but it was crazy.
Yeah. It's. I read. I think it was 1.1 billion for a 1-year deal in Saudi.
Wait,
Arabia.
1.1 for a year?
For 1-year deal.
Damn.
1.1 billion.
Damn, that's insane.
That's like $3 million.
If you guys had to get paid like that for one sport, what would it be?
For one sport.
Yeah, mine would be boxing.
Me?
I personally don't love sports that much, so I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but if you just had to choose one,
Choose one sport. Maybe basketball.
oh, actually maybe golf.
Golf is good.
Why do you roll your eyes?
Why you switch up so much? Be loyal.
Doesn't matter. It's never gonna come true anyway.
Okay.
You have one?
Yeah. You have one?
No.
Not even one.
Not even one. I'm not into
Tennis.
sports that much.
You have to pick one though.
What about
Mm.
badminton?
You sure badminton,
Badminton.
if I'd really have to.
Yeah,
Okay.
just pick one.
Yeah, just pick one.
Yeah, picked.
What do you think athletes deserve to be paid that much?
I don't know. I think we need to calculate like how much effort they put in, and then the amount of people that they can bring into the actual sport,
Yeah.
Which is a lot.
the influence that they have.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yes,
I
I
think-
think they deserve it.
Yeah. I mean, if you really think about it, they're like top 1% or even less out of every single athlete in the world.
Yeah.
but 1.1 billion a year for each one.
Not for each one. I mean, that would be
For
kind
the
of
whole
crazy.
team?
No, it's for one player
One
Okay.
player, 1.1
One
billion
player.
in a year.
or one player.
Freaking insane.
I mean, like if the demand is there and
Yeah.
he is able to adapt to the market, then I don't see a why not.
Yeah.
it's not even about what I think. It's about what the market thinks. It's about what the demand is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a business.
It is a business in the end of the
If
day.
they can make that money back
Yeah.
from all their fans, why not?
You know, it's funny because like these people, right, are like making a lot more money than like the people that are like saving lives, like doctors, nurses,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
and like say like it just sucks to me that like people have to pay so much to go to uni to be a doctor and a nurse, and like the payment it doesn't live up, you know.
Definitely doesn't.
And like I feel like that's why like there's not that many people that want to go into that space. Like, why do you want to waste so much money
Yeah.
just so that you don't make enough like of an ROI,
Yeah.
right? I think like if we really want to improve like I guess the country's health industry and have more doctors and more nurses, I think there should be at least some kind of like free education for this sort of job and industry out there.
Mm.
Because if you think about it, like being like
this-
an athlete is almost free.
Mm. Yeah, it does.
Wait. Well, if it does, then wait. If I can be recorded, just tell me, Nick.
Yeah, no, I can bring it down in the edits, I think.
Oh, so I still keep talking?
Yeah, you can keep talking.
Yeah, so pretty much, you know how like TAFE in Australia,
Yeah.
they're like providing a few free courses for people
Yeah.
to be able to get some jobs that are in demand, and that's for free, right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why like doctors and nurses are not for free, and considering that's one of the career path that like the country needs the most, healthcare.
Mm.
But if you think about it, if it's free,
Yeah.
when you get people that aren't so skilled, or is there still like
if they aren't skilled, then they cannot be employed. It's up to the individual.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. And like versus like an athlete, you don't have to spend that much money to get into the career.
Mm.
But then you could
Right.
really pop off and like get paid like billion a year,
Right.
But
which is insane.
in terms of like an athlete, right?
Yeah.
They put in so much more work than a doctor.
No, I agree that they put in so much more work, but what I'm saying is that the doctor has to go through 7 years of uni and spending like almost 100,000 on their education.
Yeah, I get that.
And like they don't make it like the same ROI as an athlete does, which is sad.
But like an athlete could be in the slums and they're working their way up.
And I agree.
And they don't pay anything. Oh, I mean,
And they don't pay
They
as
live-
much.
or they live a brokey life.
Yeah, but they don't pay as much as a doctor, and they still be able to achieve like that height. And they can make a lot of money, right? So what I'm trying to say is
Yeah.
it's just sad. Because like
Mm.
people that are actually on the forefront of like saving people's lives, they go through all this education for that long, 7 years, 10 years, and then when they do, they don't even get paid that much.
So
But
you
it's
think
just
they
sad.
should be paid more?
I cannot say that. I'm not saying that they should be paid more. I'm just saying like how it's sad that they actually pay a lot of money to get there, and when they get there, they don't get paid a lot of money back.
Mm.
It's sad compared to athletes. So I think, but I do think that, like, say for example, at least their education should be somewhat reduced,
Right.
or like that, you know, that financial weight should like be lifted off them for a little bit.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because obviously, I understand the demand for sports.
Yeah.
I understand why people watch sports. Anything that's entertainment related to marketing, you know, that support another business and bring a lot of like revenue. I do understand why people get paid a lot for that.
Yeah.
But that being said, like I hope that like careers that are, you know, really important, such as like the healthcare industry, I hope that the access to actually studying those could be like, you know, if like even your tuition fee is reduced, or if your tuition fee is free, then I think that will be so much better for them.
Mm.
Yeah.
Don't you think that if someone really wants to be a doctor or nurse to save people's life, their tuition fee should be free?
I mean, I agree with that.
I
but
mean,
It's
There's
essential.
probably-
It's essential work. So
I mean, there's probably a whole thought process to why it's all like that
yeah,
that we're missing.
yeah, definitely though.
yeah, like,
So there's probably a reason why it's so expensive. For example, they could also kill people by accident.
Yeah, that's true.
But why does that have anything to do with it shouldn't be free?
Maybe there's things that they learn that shouldn't be out in public.
Yeah, there's a lot of things there as well.
That's like shouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
free. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're saying that people who have money that can access a doctor degree, they'll most likely know how to kill people.
well, not kill people, but like knowing, like that knowledge, they can use it. They can use it for bad, but I'm not saying that people will.
So why shouldn't it be
I
free?
mean, if you think about it, right? If they put price on it, kind of like being in a billionaire club. So you join that group, you have to pay money, and so if someone pays money for a uni degree, they're more inclined to really learn about it. But if it's free, people will do it, and then a bunch of people wouldn't stay in it because they know it's free. And then what? You're gonna have less people becoming doctors and shit.
But you already don't have enough people becoming doctors when it's not free, because it's a skill that's very needed in Australia, and Australia's always recruiting for new doctors. Even if the education is not free, there's not a lot of doctors around here. We are in shortage of supply of doctors.
Right.
yeah,
We already are in shortage of good doctors.
yeah.
So it doesn't solve the problem you're thinking it's solving.
I don't think it should be completely free though.
Maybe it shouldn't be completely free. Maybe not. But it should be more accessible to people who want to take that path. Because to be a
can agree
doctor
with
is
that.
extremely expensive.
I mean,
Yeah,
And
maybe it's just a business move for them to make it so expensive.
it could be just a business move, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like bad comparing to like people who are like athletes making so much more money. These people, like, if you're a doctor, right, you actually have to risk so much on the line. Like there are people that like can do a whole degree and then like still in the surgery they kind of have a misstep. So yeah, of course, like there will be like cases like that around, but I don't think that like studying healthcare should be that expensive considering how
Yeah.
much a country needed.
Mm.
Because every countries need great healthcare experts, specialists.
Like-
yet the entry to it is so damn expensive.
But do you think that high price gets rid of unethical doctors
No.
or people who want to be?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, if that high price is gonna get rid of that, so you mean that people who have money can join that? Meaning, like, would they be unethical as well?
I guess, yeah.
Because, like, obviously, even if you join it for free, it doesn't mean you can pass the unit for free. Doesn't mean you can pass the unit even if you actually don't have the heart for it. They can make it harder to pass,
Yeah, I
right?
guess
They
that's
can make
true.
they can make the test harder and stuff like that.
Yeah,
If they want to eliminate like people who can't be capable, who are not capable, right?
Yeah, right.
right.
But they shouldn't make the money to actually study it a lot higher. They
Yeah.
just make the test harder, and like they'll have more of a pool to select from.
Mm.
I think that's a better solution than actually like capping it with money.
Yeah.
And also, like, being a doctor in society is like kind of like a status thing. It's like, oh, if you're a doctor, meaning like you're rich, or you can only go to doctor school if you're rich.
Right.
So in a way, I think it's kind of like gate kept among the rich.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is actually interesting.
Yeah, because if like the country needs them so much, why don't they just lower the fee for more people to come in, for people who are actually passionate about the unit to study?
Mm.
Then at this point, it's
True.
just a status thing to be a doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Because I don't think that the higher fee will eliminate anything.
I just think it's the knowledge that you get in it.
I guess in
'Cause
a
you
way.
I guess because there is knowledge, say, like, they can use that, because you learn about all, like, I don't know, I don't know any of the long name, like, drugs and stuff, but you could possibly make a drug out of what you know.
Mm-hmm.
That could be very addictive to, say, the public.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's a danger of
But if you think of
free
it,
knowledge.
like, So it's paid knowledge, but then the people that are actually have a bad heart but they have money, then they'll go into it just using that knowledge for trucks or for whatever
I
shit they're
guess
doing
so,
anyway.
but that'll be a lot less than allowing the whole public. Like, how many people are actually rich enough can afford
And
such
wants to be a doctor. If you're already rich, why do you want to? Well, I guess some people are passionate about.
So you have to be both rich and passionate to be a doctor.
But, like, it
Yeah.
being so expensive makes it exclusive, so you have less people who have access to this knowledge.
Yeah.
I guess in a way it makes sense.
But it's also encouraged because it's one of the ways people can get sponsored here, right? In Australia,
Yeah, that is
it's encouraged to be a doctor.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another thing as well.
Yeah.
Because Australia needs doctors. But like the fees to become a doctor is crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's
Wait.
an interesting topic.
Yeah.
But so like you know how like the trucks things and all of that, right? It's more of like an ethical thing. So maybe they can put that in like their 5th year or 4th year of the degree and see if like they're, you know, like the people who want to study doctors pass even the 1st year and 2nd year to even get to that part.
But there'll still be a larger pool.
There would be a larger pool, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like there's still going to be a lot more people who have access to, you know, this knowledge.
Yeah, I still think there's a lot of other factors that
Mhm.
For
that
sure,
we
yeah.
haven't
sure.
spoken about,
Yeah.
and it's the reason why it's so expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. After all, I think it's a very complicated thing to study. And I feel like a lot of a lot of materials have to be prepared really properly by
Yeah.
lecturers. I absolutely do get that, but at the same time, the people that are actually interested about this, right? They'll have to go through it. They have to go through a lot of tests and exams anyway.
Yeah.
So if a person's only there solely for the interest of making illegal drugs, I don't think they'll be able to pass all of that exams.
Yeah, they wouldn't. I mean,
They could still. I'm not saying they can't, right? But what sets them apart from a person who has money and go in and do it and still want the same, you know, still want to do the same illegal things?
I mean, because
I mean, that eliminates the poor people that wants to do it. So you're eliminating really the poor people that are unethical. Maybe you can't get rid of the rich people that are unethical, but you're getting rid of poor people who are unethical.
yeah,
I guess in a way, like I kind of understand that, but like at the same time, like they're also eliminating a pool of people who could potentially become really good doctors.
yeah,
I mean, I guess they made a decision that it's better to have it like that.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe they did,
less
yeah.
risk,
It is less risks.
a lot less risk.
But also, actually, I don't want to say it. Some Matrix shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Anyway,
Oh.
you guys want to end on this note?
Yeah.
yeah. That's,
Very glad to be talking with you guys today, Ashton and Chris. If you guys have made it this far, thank you so much for listening.
thank you.
This is Feeling Like Podcast. If you guys want to see more videos, make sure to subscribe and we'll be recommended to your page. Leave a comment, let us know what you guys want us to talk about, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.